Hey guys, so I put out a remix not too long ago, yesterday in fact, and it is sort of a Melbourne bounce type of sound to it with the offbeat bass and stuff like that. So I had a lot of people request that I show them how I made this bass. So I'm going to do that right now. Jeez. And I'm going to give out the preset, even though it's a very simple preset and you'll probably see exactly how I made it when I show it to you. But I'll also give an audio sample out, so I'll have this as well in the download. Oh wait, where's without the white noise in the background. So it'll be the sound spanning over 2 octaves, and that means that you get exactly the same sound that I had with the processing, but then you can put it into your sampler and you can spread it out over the keyboard. And you can make changes and do further processing, but it'll be a good way for you to see exactly how the audio sounds. So this is the sort of sound, and then I'll show you how I made it. It's the offbeat bass coming up, and here I'll solo it too.
Smoke every day.
That's the sound right there. Okay, so if I just play that with the kick, you'll see exactly. Now, I don't claim to be a Melbourne bounce expert, but I just had a lot of people that wanted to know how I made it so that they could sort of make their own variations. So I will show you that right now. I'll just show you the the bass sound here. So I made it in Synth, and it's only in the part A. There's no part B. Again, I will be giving you this preset, so if you want to, you can just probably skip this part. Even though it's really simple, it's just a saw wave and a square wave. Now the square wave, I didn't, without the square wave, I'll show you what it sounds like. But then I added the square wave because I want it to sound a bit more chunky. And again, just some work there with the envelopes because I wanted to sort of, the sound doesn't sustain the whole way. It's kind of like it's not quite a pluck, but it's kind of more like a throb. And there is obviously some filter envelope action going on down here, but yeah, it really is simple. There's no effects at all. It's just literally a saw wave and then a square wave 1 octave below that with some filter stuff going on. But yeah, I'll have the preset in the link below. So that's that, and then obviously that's just side chaining compression, so nothing there. And then I did all this for the processing. I'll turn it off actually, so this is what it sounded like. Okay, so this is what it sounds like actually out of Synth. So it's yeah, it's kind of lacking a bit of good stuff. So I then ran it through this Zephyr over the top or something, isn't it? OTT compressor. I think it's like a preset from a Ableton plugin or something. But it's actually really good. I kind of don't know really what it does, apart from it brings out this sort of sound. And I usually have to crank up the gains to get it to actually work. And so this is there's only the 4 knobs there, and this is how it sounds after. And then the EQ. The EQ again is just to make room for the sub. I'll quickly show you that at the end. So it's just taking out below 104, and there's just taking out the highs. And then, so, not much difference there. And then I ran it through a bit crusher. Drive, a little bit of drive. Resolution was 14-bit, and the downsampling was on 4. So that's what it sounds like. And then with. So it's just giving it that normal bit crusher sort of downgrading characteristics. And then the overdrive. there you go, that's the settings right there. And then I'll show the difference. And with it just kind of beefs it up just a little bit. And again, I've got the tone pulled down, so it's not, so it's kind of, it's not really making it too bright. It's kind of just, yeah, taking away some of the highs and focusing on the lows and the mids. So that's that. So that's what it sounds like now. But I wanted mine to be really sort of like fuzzy and because I think from most of the songs I've heard from the Melbourne guys and stuff, you know, their offbeat bass is quite filtered down. Where I didn't want to make it exactly like that. I wanted mine to be quite bright and sort of distorted sounding in a way. So I then ran mine. I do this a lot anyway. This bus, I have a bus set up, and it goes to, this is just a low cut, so that, you know, everything below 110 doesn't get affected by what I'm about to do. And that is to run it through a sausage fattener. The color is way up at 55, and the fatness is up at 32. So it's doing a lot of work here. And then I run it through like the Waves vintage exciter, and I have that cranked up to the max, and basically you'll hear the difference. So this is, I'll put it in slowly. Now this is with the sausage fattener now, and then with the exciter. So you can see the exciter. The sausage fattener sort of like makes it really like in your face, and then the exciter kind of really fuzzies up the top end. So and I've got it sent here. You can see I've got it sent over half. So not all of the audio is going to the bus, but quite a lot of it. So it makes a big difference. That's without the bus. This is now with. And that's the sound. Again. So and now there is actually a saw below it. There is actually a sine wave. No, sorry, take that again. There is a sub underneath it. Now that is just in massive. That is just a saw wave. I used a saw wave this time actually. Yeah, I haven't used a saw wave, but so I used a saw wave this time and just filtered it down. But this doesn't really matter. This is just, it's about this bass here. Now obviously if you don't have all those plugins, or you're in a different you know, DAW, then you can't do that exact processing that I did. So that again is why you can actually get hold of this, because I'm going to make this up for a download. Okay, and then you can just whip that straight into your sampler or whatever you want. Just cut it up, or you can just do whatever you want, and you'll have the exact same sound. And from there you can make your own variations. Alright, well make sure you go to SoundCloud and check out this remix if you like. I'll put a link below. And I might even do a tutorial on how I made this remix bootleg thing. But yeah, cool. Alright, I'll be back again soon. Thanks guys.